Sir.
Honourable Shane Jones.
Ai, te tuatahi me kōrero hau I roto I tō tātou reo Māori, hei tāpiri atu ki rungi ngā kupu kua puakina I waenga tunu I a tātou I roto I tēnei ata hei tautoko I te kaupapa, ara ko te waka e whakaterengi ana I raro I te ture, hei hari, hei hāpai. I ngā taonga rono e tāri ana, ka tahi tēnei rā ka whakawhiwhia atu e te krauna ki te iwi ko rātou ngā uri I mai ngā tūpuna I mamai ai I tō rātou wā, I roto I ngā mahi I mētia e te krauna. Nā reira, a te tauihu, tutuki noa ki tēnei taha o te wai a raukawa, te moana a raukawa, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou I tēnei rangi whakahirehira tā te mea ko tā koutou I ohia ai kātahi ka tutuki ki te kapu o te pepa I raro I te ture, I raro noki te tāhuhu o tēnei whare, tō koutou whare, te whare pāremata. Nā reira te tauihu ngā kokonga katoa. Tēnā koutou katoa. Sir, I rise to support the earlier speakers and remind ourselves how long this claim has been wending its way through the process. I have recited some of the history on earlier occasions and shared the pleasure of sitting on the Select Committee for a brief period of time during one of our visits down into Tauihu to hear the submissions. Now, sir, there's several elements that I want to focus on in this bill. First, sir, I want to acknowledge the Minister of Treaty Settlements, Honourable Chris Finlayson, and I want us to focus, sir, on something that I genuinely believe over the period of time will prove to be an extremely intelligent thing to have done. I refer here, sir, and I'm not being facetious to the Minister, I refer here, sir, to the ability of the iwi to actually enforce their protocols. Sir, because often iwi find that once these settlements have been entered into, sir, governments come, governments go, ministers move on and do other things with their lives. Goodness me, sir, I think very vividly of the time that Doug Kidd was the Minister of Fisheries, a personality not unknown to these people, sir. I think also of Douglas Montrose Graham, who, sir, irrespective of what might be said about him outside of this House, I have no compunction whatsoever in saying that he did a lot of the heavy lifting, sir, in the original stage of the treaty settlement process. And as I recently saw him, sir, at the mate for one of our matuas of the Tai Tokero, the late Lally Haddon, otherwise known in North Auckland rugby law as the Black Tracker, and I had no qualms whatsoever of escorting him around the marae and sitting with him on the marae in that area. But sir, the point that I'm making is that, and it's in Cultural Redress, section 32. The Crown must comply with a protocol while it is in force. If the Crown fails, without good cause, to comply with a protocol, the relevant trustees may, subject to the Crown Proceedings Act 1950, enforce the protocol. If the Crown fails, the relevant trustees may, subject to the Crown Proceedings Act, enforce the protocol. I think in time to come, sir, that simple provision will be an injunction to the courts to ensure that these protocols, that don't have the same force and standing as property rights, but they do represent an attempt on the part of the Crown to ensure that Māori are no longer marginalised in a range of areas, whether it be fisheries, whether it be landscape management, whether it be heritage, whether it be standing up, sir, for those cultural resources that the tauihu iwi feel are integral to their identity. The other thing, sir, that it's important for us to emphasise today is that this claim covers an area that is provincial. And, sir, we need to ensure that the Crown, as it goes forward with its Māori affairs policies, economic development policies, in the regions of New Zealand, never overlook the endowments, never overlook the rights that the smaller iwi in the regions are receiving. Now, sir, it could have been that Te Tauihu, in times gone by, was regarded as one homogenous group of Māori. That, sir, is not the case in this bill. This bill recognises each particular iwi. Just, sir, as the bill, when it wings its way into the House to deal with the Muri Whenua tribe, sir, recognises my grandmother's iwi, a small iwi by the name of Ngai Takoto, and I doubt if it even has 1,000 members, although as a consequence of economic stewardship, which I'm sure will be skillful, its numbers will grow in time. But, sir, the point that I'm making, it is very important to claimants to see their particular identity not melded into larger organisms, let me say. But, sir, that's not always the case. In Kahungunu, a choice was made by the Kahungunu iwi that they thought, sir, that the treaty claims would be better dealt with by dismembering the broad Kahungunu iwi community into more specifics. Sir, that is not an approach that will work with the Ngāpuhi tribe. The Ngāpuhi tribe, sir, that's the largest claim outstanding if the Minister of Treaty Settlements, I'm sure he will agree, that is the largest tribe outstanding. It has members in excess of 125,000. And so whether or not they are active members or they are the great-grandchildren of our forays into Ngāti Porou, that's another matter. That's another matter, sir. In fact, sir, I'm quite confident that a number of them are growing more confident, sir, that their whakapapa in Ngāpuhi is no longer an item of embarrassment. And I would say, sir, to the Minister, who's also got heritage responsibilities, 2014, Christmas Day, 200 years since my matua Ruatara brought Samuel Marsden to Aotearoa, along, sir, with our other matua Hongi Hika, an unrivalled chief. Less said about that today, better. But, sir, I think that we need to celebrate what this group of Māori iwi have achieved. The task will not be easy to transform this into a durable flow of economic benefit. But you've made your choice. The Crown has taken it as far as they believe they can. And the fact that there's no more internal dissension is something that the Ngāpuhi people need to learn. So given that the Ngāpuhi claim could very well be in the vicinity of $250 million, if, sir, that was put on account, that would earn, sir, 5% per year. Well, 5%, sir, yield on $250 million is about $13 million. And, sir, the squabbling has gone on in the Ngāpuhi area for over 6 years. Well, 6 times 13, sir, is not far from $80 million. No mana-munching personality in the Taitokero Ngāpuhi iwi is worth $80 million. Kia ora tātou katoa.
You need to talk to Rudy.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those who have that opinion will please say aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Te Tauihu Claims Settlement Bill, second reading.
In accordance with the determination of the Business Committee, this bill will be divided by the clerk, and those bills are set down for third reading next sitting day. Having completed that, honourable members, we will now move to Government Order of the Day number 2.
Rokawa.